Hello and welcome back to another video. I've had a very exciting delivery today. Karin have really kindly gifted me a big box of markers and I cannot wait to open these. I believe these are their new Realbrush Pro markers, which I tested out in a scroller box last month or the month before, and they were just so lovely to work with, and I'm so excited to get a set of them and test them out some more. So I thought we would do this as a video. You've got Mabel in the background there. So let's get opening this box and see what we have inside. So I've got a lovely letter here. Dear Lucy, we are honoured to introduce you to our new Realbrush product family. All our newly released markers have been equipped with tips that feel like real filament brushes. Such small technical change, but it's resulted in a huge change in creative possibilities and applications. I hope you will have a lot of joy and fun discovering their advantages and areas of application. I eagerly anticipate your feedback. And it goes on to how I can give them feedback on social media and via email. So we've got 2 boxes in here, and like I say, I'm so excited about this. I've been testing. I've tested out multiple Karinmarkers via Scrollerbox now, and I have been waiting to get my hands on a bigger set of markers to try. So let's have a look what's in this first one. So it says this is a mini box of 26 colours plus a blender set. So these are the markers in question, Realbrush Pro. Oh, look at this. 26 colours. I cannot wait. I cannot tell you how excited I am. Right, let's open the other box and then we can delve in. Oh, actually, oh God, there's multiple boxes. These are 3 other boxes. Holy moly. I've never been gifted an item before, so as you can tell, I'm very excited. Very, very excited. Let's get into these as well. So this one says it's the Pigment 12 Nature Colour Selection. So I think they've given me a mixed box and then some of their more defined colours. This is a metallic selection, this is the nature colours, and then this is the basic colours. So I cannot, these are the pigment. I don't know if these are different to those. I don't know. Let's just get into them, Lucy, and stop waffling. How exciting. How incredibly exciting. Okay, that box was much easier to get into than I was expecting. So this is the Realbrush, and they're the Realbrush Pro. I'm not sure what the differences are, but I'm sure we'll soon find out. So these are the metallics. Once we finish unboxing these, I'll put you in an overview and we can have a closer look at these as I open the actual boxes. Oh, how exciting. You're going to get a lot of excited noises from me. I love an art supply, and with it coming up to Christmas, I love receiving art supplies. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. So these are pigment real brushes in this box, if I can get this to show. Which look like this. So I think this box in particular might be the ones that I recently tried. I'm not sure. So it seems like all Karinmarkers are now getting the brush nib rather than the felt nib, because I think their acrylic marker line has a brush nib. Now I don't know if they're changing those now to be a real brush nib. I'm not really sure, so I'm hoping we can find that out today. But all I can say is their pigments and everything in their markers are incredibly pigmented. Really, really nice. So this is again another pigment real brush. This is the basic colour set. There. So let me bring you overhead and we can open these boxes and you can see a little bit more inside them.
Hello, Ramona. I can't shake the simplest feeling beyond the ghost. We stand on the opposite shore. Hello, Ramona. I reach through mysterious ceilings, my only hope. I look for the things I don't know. Show me where the ending goes. Honest, honestly don't. I should be the last to know. We're all in this. I stand alone.
Just look at this incredible selection. Now, in previous scroll boxes, twice I've received Karinmarkers. The first time were these deco brush markers, which are an acrylic marker, and they were lovely to use, really, really nice. I actually said in that video that I think they would give a Uni Posca a run for their money. And then the second time, which was actually quite recent, I think it was only 2 months ago, I received the Realbrush Pro markers, which are very much a water-based ink type marker, so you could use them almost like watercolours, which I really, really liked. Now, we have received a bigger set of these Realbrush Pros, which are this basic set here. Incredible range of colours, and I'm really excited to get into those because, like I said, I really got on with using these and I really enjoyed making some artwork with them. However, these pigment Realbrush pens I have not tried before. Now, on their website, it does say they are an opaque ink, so I do wonder how they differ from the pigment deco brush. So I don't know whether they've rebranded, because I know that they've started using a lot of Realbrush tips. So for example, in the Realbrush Pro, this nib here is all individual bristles like a paintbrush. Now, I know they're starting to veer into that, so I don't know whether these are an updated version of the deco brush, because the deco brush actually had a felt tip, but I'm not really sure. I don't really know. So I'm excited to try them out, to see what they're all like. We have a huge range of colours. We have the metallics, we have the nature colours, and then we have the basic set. So there's a very broad range of colours in here to try. I think first and foremost, we are going to swatch out all of the supplies. I have some watercolour hot press paper here from an old scroller box, which I used to swatch out these pens. So I'm very excited to see what they look like as a full range. So we're going to use this, we're going to swatch all of these out, and we're going to see what they're like and kind of picture what we want to come up with a piece of art with. It depends how they work together. If they don't work very well together, I might just use maybe one of the types of pens in this video and then use the other type in another video, but we will see. But so far, I'm very excited. I'm very excited to try all of these out. They do actually have a swatching area in the lid of the box as well, so I don't know whether I might try doing them in that first and foremost, because that could be fun. Maybe not. I'd like to see what it looks like on paper. I'll do that off camera. But yes, let's get to swatching. Let's see what these pens are like.
Hello, Ramona. I can't shake the simplest feeling beyond the ghost. We stand on the opposite shore. Hello, Ramona. I reach through mysterious ceilings, my only hope. I look for the things I don't know. I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honest, honestly don't. I should be the last to know. We're all in this. I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honest, honestly don't. I should be the last to know.
I hope this light's okay. We seem to have some winter sun coming through. But we have swatched all of the selection and I'm blown away by the colour choice. honestly, I feel like, especially with the Realbrush Pros here on the right, the water-based ones, the colour range in this basic mini box set is incredible. Like, I feel like you wouldn't need any other colour because they are water-based. You can mix them in a palette. I have done that before, and I think you get a lovely range of browns, you get a lovely range of greens and blues, you know, so forth. And I just think that the colour range is really beautiful, and as you can see, you get this lovely granulation with it. It's just beautiful. I'm excited to use those. And likewise with the pigment Realbrush as well, the 3 sets that they gave me are perfect. This simple basic set would be great if you're doing colouring in or block colours or anime or things like that. Then there's this beautiful metallic set. As you can see, they are shining in this sun, absolutely beautiful. And I think they are going to have a real great use for accentuating things or adding that little pop of shine or shimmer to your artwork. And then this nature set is very interesting to me. The greens are a beautiful set of greens, but I feel like you're kind of missing this kind of more foresty green in there. There's definitely a lot more of the highlighter hues in here, especially with the yellows and oranges as well. But having said that, because they are opaque, I feel like they will add to, say, using just this normal set of the Realbrush Pros. I feel like these will add that nice opaque pop to things, and I'm excited to use them. I'm excited to try watering these down, mixing them, see all that sort of thing. So I think the best course of action is just to have a play with them, do some testing, do some, you know, just playing around with them, and then we will dive into some artwork. I think this might be quite an extensively long video, so I hope you are in for this. So buckle up, we will get to testing and some trying out of the artwork now. Alright, so on to my initial opinions as I use them for a piece of artwork. So I was originally going to do a really nice polished piece of artwork, but I felt like that was a lot of pressure for using some new supplies. So I decided to have a little play in my sketchbook, which is what you see here. I produced 2 little pieces of artwork, and I actually only use the pigment Realbrush, not the Realbrush Pro. So there will be future videos with these Karinmarkers, trying them out a little bit more, but for now we are just going to have a play with the pigment Realbrush. So first and foremost, these are all my own opinions. I was gifted these, yes, but I am not being paid to say any of this, so everything is my own opinion. And I have to say, I love these pens. I really, really do. If you've been following me for a long time, you know I have a particular favourite pen that I love to just use for sketchbooking and using on the go if I'm travelling, etc. And those are my Winsor & Newton pigment markers. Now those have a chisel nib and a fine point nib, and a few months ago I found out they were discontinued because they just weren't as popular as their other markers. Now I bought a second set of those markers over on eBay for probably an extortionate amount of money, just purely because they were discontinued. I panic bought them, I'm not going to lie, but I have to say that these pigment Realbrush pens are very, very similar. Very similar. They have a dry quality to them, but also a wet quality to them. It's really, really strange. I can't really explain it, and you've got to try them out yourself to know what I mean. But it's almost like using gouache in a pen. It's very bizarre. They're kind of blendable like a watercolour, but have that opacity like an acrylic. So the only thing I can describe them to is gouache in a pen. That's it. Like I say, you've got to try them yourself to see what I mean. Now what I will say is the dark colours at the top there that I was using really didn't blend as well as I would have liked them to. However, when I went into the reds, oranges and yellows, they blended really, really well. You will see when I do the final shot how well they actually blended. They're beautiful blended. I'm looking at it now and it is stunning. You can't even tell that that was 3 different pens, to be honest. So I wish the top had a little bit more work to it, but I mean, I was testing them out for the first time. I think I learned as I was going in this piece what worked, what didn't work, and They're just very interesting to use. They really do push the way you use a pen. I don't use them how I would use any other pen. That's all I will say. On the colour front, so these are the sets in the flat colours, and there were 3 sets. We had the basic, the metallic, and the natural set, the nature set. Now the metallics I didn't use for these 2 pieces of artwork, it just didn't lend itself well. However, I will be doing a second video on these pens alone, because I have a beautiful reference photo of a kingfisher, and the metallics will look beautiful on those, so just stay tuned for that if you do want to see how the metallics work. But the basic and the nature set, I use the basic set on the landscape, and then on the next piece of artwork that I do, I use predominantly the nature set, and they're just a stunning set of colours. They really do lend themselves to every aspect of a piece of artwork. The only gripe I have is perhaps maybe some more neutral tones, some more muted tones would be really nice. However, as you can see here under this black line work that I'm doing currently, the reference photo I was looking at had this really nice pink hue. Now if you hack your memory back to the swatching, there was a very neon pink. Now that neon pink is what I overlaid onto this turquoise here, and then I actually used the white to mute it down, and it really muted it down very well. Now I'd love to try out muting down all the colours. Maybe I'll do a swatch off camera where I'm overlaying the white on top of all the colours just to see how it mutes it, how it tones that colour down, but it worked very well for this artwork. So there is a lot to be said that you can mix these colours, you can blend them, you can, change the way they look, but I think straight out the box for people who maybe want to just do colouring in or block colours, a set of muted on neutral tones would be very beneficial, I feel. So on to this second artwork. It's a very different style. I feel like it's a little less painterly. Well, actually, I would say it is still painterly, but it's a little bit more detailed, let's say. We have a few finer details onto here, and this is where I used the nature tones. Now I didn't use any of the greens because obviously this is a building, and other than the rocks underneath, there's not really many natural elements to it. But you will see that bar the greens out of the set, we have 7 colours. Now, one of them's quite a bright orange, so I didn't use that. So out of 6 colours, let's say, I created this artwork, and you will see the sheer quantity of shades and hues that I managed to achieve in this lighthouse, and I'm really pleased with how it turned out, actually. It's very nice, and basically I can't rant and rave about these pens enough. If you want to use them for travelling, if you want to use them for sketchbooking, if you just want to add an overlay of colour like you would use an acrylic marker, these are a perfect alternative. And with this brush nib that has the individual bristles, they're just lovely to use. You can get these fine details, as you can see I'm getting here, or you can fill it in a block of colour as you saw on my landscape. So they're very diverse, they're very good at every aspect of artwork, of doing art basically, and I think they're a beautiful supply to play with. So all in all, I'm very impressed with these markers, and like I say, there will be plenty of videos to come where I'm using this pigment Realbrush marker, but also trying out the Realbrush Pros, which I am even more excited about, although now I know that these are like my pigment markers, I'm very excited, because the Realbrush Pros are a bit more like a watercolour, and that lends itself more to the style of artwork that I produce. So I'm excited to try those in a future video, and if you want to see those, please hit that subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. I would really appreciate that, and you won't miss out, especially if you hit the notification bell. But on that note, we are going to finish off this video. So a massive thank you to Karin for sending me these supplies, and a massive thank you to you if you've made it this far in the video. I really do appreciate it, and I will let you watch the rest of the artwork and the reveal. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.